Ladies and gentlemen, race enthusiasts from around the world, welcome to the Clemhawks Cup Series Season number 1 and race number 3. We are turning left and right today as our 34 drivers will take on the first road course of the season in a 10-lap shootout. This road course features 7 unique turns with plenty of opportunities to make passes even if it is a bump and run. The first 2 races, though, they have been action-packed and full of excitement. I expect nothing less from the field today. Let me remind you that the regular season will consist of 7 races, followed by 3 playoff races, and the top 12 cars and points will make the playoffs. But of course, just win and you're in, and you would automatically lock yourself into the playoffs. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the standings. As you can see, Bowman and Christopher Bell are in green. They have already locked themselves in with wins at Daytona and Martinsville. And down in third is Martin Truex Jr. He leads the regular season point standings currently with 67. But guys like Chase Elliott, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, they are all within striking distance. It is very close within that top 10 of guys. Joey Logano and Kyle Larson will round out your top 12 if the season ended today. Those would be your guys racing for a championship. But take a look at Denny Hamlin, Corey LaJoie, Kyle Busch, guys who missed the first race that are within 6 points of that final playoff spot knocking on the door. It's not going to be so easy for guys down here, 21st, 25th, 30th. They're going to need a little bit of help, some better races, or a win to get themselves into the playoffs. But those are your standings. Let's take a look at some drivers to watch today. The first driver on our list, Kevin Harvick. He starts third. His teammate starts first, Aric Almirola on the pole. But if you took a look at the standings, Kevin Harvick, 0. Wrecked out of last week's race. He's not great at road courses. We'll see if he can get some much-needed points today. The next driver to watch, Christopher Bell. He's locked in. He's flying easy right now. Of course, he wants to catch Martin Truex Jr., but he just needs to keep it safe today and collect as many points. He's starting mid-pack. We'll see if he can make his way to the front. The final driver, though, he's in some trouble. Tyler Reddick starts last. Had a terrible qualifying effort, and as you saw in the standings, he's fighting for a playoff spot. He's comfortable right now, but starting last, he's going to need to pass a lot of cars to make up some ground today. We'll see if he can do it. Let's send it down trackside, though, to get this race started.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports.
Please welcome your Grand Marshal, chef, restaurateur, and host of Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Guy Fieri.
Drivers, start your engines!
I love that sound so much. Let's get the cars rolling off, and that also means it is time for your starting lineup. On the front row, Aric Almirola alongside Corey LaJoie, another good start for him. Row 2, Kevin Harvick and MTJ. Row 3, Joey Logano and Chase Elliott. In row 4, Alex Bowman and Todd Gilliland. And rounding out the top 10, Erik Jones and Michael McDowell. The rest of the cars will roll across the bottom of your screen, but this is an opportunity for me to say thank you to everyone who has watched the first couple of races in this series. I really appreciate that, and also if you've left a comment or feedback, I appreciate that as well. If you do enjoy these races, please consider subscribing. I love making this series for you. It's been a lot of fun for me. And also, like I said, if you have comments, if you have feedback, please let me know in the comment section below. I want to make these races the best they can possibly be. So thank you again, and I hope you guys continue to support this series. Well, let's go racing. Aric Almirola leads the field to green as they head down into the hairpin. This is where most of the action will take place today. Todd Gilliland slides up the track a little bit, and Michael McDowell takes that spot. Aric Almirola and his teammate Kevin Harvick lead the first lap. Most of those guys up front already single file as they head back down into the hairpin. There's Logano and now Chase Elliott making a move for 4th on the inside. But how about Michael McDowell? He's already up to 5th or 6th. He is moving from that 10th spot where he started. Lap 3, Logano takes the inside of Kevin Harvick as once again they head down into turn 2. If you got the inside, you have the advantage, and it looks like Chase Elliott's going to go with him. Coming to lap 4, it is still Eric Almirola, then Logano, then Chase Elliott. But here comes Michael McDowell. He is just so fast, and he is up to 3rd already. Just 4 laps into this race. Almirola out of turn 6 gets a little loose, and going into turn 7 down to the stripe, it's Logano to take the lead. Back in the pack, we have a caution, as it looks like Tyler Reddick got involved with Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ryan Preece was collected as well. We'll have to take a look at the replay. Back in the pack, it looks like 24th or so. Looks like Tyler Reddick might have gotten underneath Stenhouse. Maybe he hooked him, maybe he got loose. But nonetheless, Stenhouse ends up on top of the roof of the 41 of Ryan Preece. And both of those cars are going to be out of this race. A tough break for those guys, but with the caution coming out, that means stage points are awarded. Joey Logano wins the stage. He gets the 5 stage points. Almirola, McDowell, Harvick, and Elliott round out the top 5. They will get points as well. Let's go back racing with 4 laps to go. Logano leads the field down into the hairpin. He gets bumped and McDowell goes to the lead. But there's a spin. Alex Bowman turned by the 54. What a wild restart. We stay green. There is no caution and there's 3 laps to go. Here comes Martin Truex Jr. for 3rd. It's McDowell, Elliott, and Truex all single file for the lead through the S's. All 3 of these drivers have had exceptional careers on road courses. Elliott stalking McDowell with 2 laps to go as they dive into the hairpin. Can he catch the 34? Back in the pack, the 11 goes around. William Byron retaliates on Denny Hamlin. We are still green and the white flag is out. Elliott throws it down into turn 2. McDowell, he tries the crossover move through the S's. McDowell will go wide out of turn 6. Elliott goes low, and Chase Elliott wins a thriller here at the road course. What a finish, and we're going to need to take another look at this. I'm not sure where to start dissecting this, but let's go back to the restart. You'll see the 54 of Ty Gibbs get into the back of the 48, and I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but just 2 laps later, the 24 of William Byron drives right through the back of the 11. That's Ty Gibbs' teammate Denny Hamlin. Completely wrecks his day, and we'll see if NASCAR has anything to say about that. How about just the finish in general? Chase Elliott diving deep into turn 2. McDowell with the crossover back to the lead, but then he runs up the track, leaves the door open for Chase, and Chase wins the race, locking himself into the playoffs with the last lap pass here at the road course. And he did it twice on that lap, but tempers are flaring. They're hot during these post-race festivities. Denny Hamlin not happy with the 48, and honestly probably Hendrick as a whole, but we'll see if that develops into anything, a rivalry, or if NASCAR has to step in. We'll have to wait and see. But congratulations to Chase Elliott once again. Here are your other top finishers. A great day for Michael McDowell. He had such a strong car. Corey LaJoie finishing 4th. He's had back-to-back top 10s. And how about Kimi Räikkönen finishing 10th? A fantastic day for him in the 91. Moving on from 11 through 20th, Tyler Reddick started in the back, was involved in a caution early in this race, but ends up 13th to salvage some much-needed points. But of course, the big storylines are going to be the guys who finished 31st and 32nd. Alex Bowman, he's locked into the playoffs. Hamlin went from 13th in the points. It severely hurt him. He's back in 23rd, as you'll see right here as we take a look at the rest of the playoff standings. Chase Elliott sits atop the regular season standings with 106 points. He's in with Christopher Bell and Alex Bowman. That's why they're in green. But Martin Truex Jr., another great day. He finished 3rd. He's securely in 4th. And how about Corey LaJoie? Now in 10th in the points after 2 great top 10 finishes. Great start for the year for that 17. Jimmy Johnson, Daniel Suarez both had quiet days. They are on the bubble. Suarez just 3 points above Larson, who had an average day but fell out of the standings. But once again, Hamlin goes from 13th to 23rd, 23 points below the cutoff line with 4 races to go. Is Hamlin in a must-win territory already? We'll have to wait and see. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the race. We'll see you next time for the Brickyard 400. That's race number 4. This has been the Clemhawks Cup Series. Thanks for watching, and good night.